Okay. As far as you remember, I am Kudłaty, and this is...
And I am Furion, Jerzy Brzozowski, and today we would like to do another video in our series of regarding ETC restrictions. Today we will be focusing on a new army book, the very new army book, the High Elves.
Yes, as far as you know, the High Elves are going to be released on the 1st of May, something like at the beginning of May. However, as it is quite often with the Games Workshop books, the online versions of the army book are reaching the internet much sooner.
Generally, the Spaniards there is no such sentence in Spanish like copyright infringement or intellectual property. So
yeah, it's even worse than in Poland, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think that Spanish are unequal in China in this regard. But anyways, well, we are happy because we can see the army book,
yes,
and we can already be...
We are not racist, we like Spanish, not as much as Greece, but Spanish are quite okay.
Okay, so...
Okay, firstly we will go something about the general rules, because there are few main differences that are changed between the books. As far as we see in the book, there is no always strike first general rule.
Always strike first as an army-wide rule is dropped, and it's replaced by two rules mainly. The first rule is martial prowess, which allows your units to strike from additional rank.
We have to consider this rule while making the restrictions on a corner armor armies due to the ETC, because when you deploy you can deploy your bows almost half as wide as width as before when you were shooting with two ranks.
This is an army-wide rule, so White Lions and Swordmasters and all this good stuff also strikes from an additional rank. When it comes to archers, they can, as much extent they can
however,
shoot.
when coming to the elite unit, I think it's included in their cost.
The second rule is weapon proficiency, so all High Elves can use great weapons without losing, without having always strike class. So with great weapons, they strike with in initiative order. They don't get the usual rerolls, which would they get from the always strike first, but still it's something, right?
Yeah, it's like a better halberd simply. It's like a halberd with +1 strength. It's not as broken as it was before. Maybe we will go just quick through the core units, because we don't have such amount of time. The best thing that I've seen is that the High Elf army was having only the 3 core choices in the book, and now they moved a lot of special units into the core choice, which doesn't make that effect of High Elf that I have to take the core choice and there's nothing there.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so in the core choices we have the good old archers, spear elves, and Lothar Seaguard. Lothar Seaguard is once again a failed experiment because it's neither as good as a spearman and not as good as an archer because it simply costs more.
I think that they need like 2 more editions to price the Lothar Seaguards well.
Yes. Well, in this edition, spearmen are a little bit viable because they cost 1 point less, and they have included heavy armor in their profile, so they can have a nice 4+ armor save.
Yes, but I think that are still not as good as the Dark Elf ones.
Yeah, definitely. Especially with losing the always strike first.
Yeah, they haven't got their hate. Yes, but the thing is that they moved the chariots into the core choice.
Yes, the Tyrannoc, not the chariots with lions, but those with horses.
Yes, but they made them a little bit less expensive, so it's a good thing. Yes, if you have got some spare points in the core choice, you don't have to place another 10 spearmen, but you can get a Tyrannoc chariot and put somewhere else those points.
Yes, and actually we have a plethora of choices in the core section. So we have the mentioned archers, spearmen, Lothar Seaguard. The silver helms are in core choice. They cost 90 points per model, which with
semi-heavy cavalry.
Yeah, currently the toughness 3 and save 2 plus doesn't make them as good of a unit as it was 2 editions ago.
Yeah, but they are very a cheap choice and some alternative for a chariot. If you would like to have offensive high elves, which I think could play now, it's quite a good choice.
Yeah, definitely viable, tons of options. And we have also Shadow Warriors in the core choices.
Yeah, I'm quite amazed that they made them core. It always was a good choice.
Yeah, actually they have lots of very strange rules. For example, the minimal unit size is the best one. They have a unit size of 8 plus models. I'm not sure what was the reasoning behind the 8 plus models.
Maybe there is something in the fluff of the Shadow Warriors that we don't know. I don't know. I haven't read the fluff of High Elves since ages.
Like what? That they walk in a group of 8 people? That's
I don't know.
Like High Elf Commando Squad?
I don't know. Maybe they need a whole basketball team with 2 reserves. I don't know. It's quite strange rule.
Okay, and these are all of the core choices. Now we come to the special choices.
We've got the previously known special infantries that are almost the same.
We don't have Silver Helms and Shadow Warriors and Tyrannus Chariots in special because they went to the core choices. What we still have is the same old chariot pulled by Lions, and it costs 20 points more, which still makes it as expensive as Chaos Chariot.
Yeah, the strong chariots should cost around such points.
And we have the Illyrian Reavers here, because now we have a model which costs 14 points, and it has an armor save of 5 plus. It has a spear. Yeah, it has a spear, and has an option to replace its spear for bow for free. And both options are actually quite viable. So we have like 76 actually. The musician is 6 points. So a fast cavalry with either spears or bows is 76 points. This is a very good unit. A price of a little bit more actually than a core Tyrannus Chariot.
Yes, it's 1 point more than 5 first cavalries of Warriors of Chaos with Mark of Slaanesh, I think. Something like that.
Okay, well definitely a viable. The Phoenix Guard are, this is kind of surprising, 2 points cheaper, and they've got an unbreakable special rule.
Yes, I think it's a bit broken. I assume that there would be some restrictions on small units of Phoenix Guard in the nearest restrictions, just after the release of the book.
Because there is no problem with like 30 Phoenix Guard in one unit, right? It's like 3 units of 10, which may create some abuse. And if we add the Illyrian Reavers into the mix, now we have suddenly a very big number of units which can very efficiently avoid combat.
Yes, we can really abuse it with.
And we have White Lions. White Lions are also 1 point cheaper. The White Lions can be given a very specific upgrade. The upgrade costs 4 points per model, which is a lot, and it gives them that every wound made to a monster is turned into D3 wounds. So kind of
sometimes Games Workshop makes some silly choices like taking the lens on the old Warriors of Chaos Knights. Nobody took it for 5 points because it was not worth it. And it would be just the same with it. I don't believe anyone will take it.
Okay, the brand new Drake Riders. Yeah, they're essentially a dragon princess on a wingless drake. There is generally a theme about wingless things recently. We have like wingless juggernauts, wingless demi griffins, and now wingless dragons.
Yes, every other army should have a wingless something as a monster cavalry.
Okay, so but this monster's cavalry is actually quite decent. It costs 61 points per model, and it grants 3 attacks with strength 5 and 2 attacks with strength 3 from top. So the Shrine of Lolek, essentially a chariot with strength 5, toughness 4, wounds 5, and it has a spectacular number of 4 Swordmasters on it. You can buy an additional Swordmaster for 10 points.
Yeah, like a wolf in a chariot of goblins.
Yeah, and this chariot has an effect similar to a Hurricanum. Right? Yes, this is the Celestial Hurricanum in the Empire.
Yeah, Empire?
Yeah.
I don't remember the rules for Hurricanum, but I believe you.
Well, the Hurricanum gives in 6 inches from the Hurricanum. All units have +1 to hit.
Yeah, it's nice since you haven't got the real to hit now.
Yeah, actually the shrine works a little bit differently because it's not +1 to hit. Units in 6 inches have +1 to weapon skill and +1 to initiative, which is way better than hitting on a +1. Because White Lions upgraded from weapon skill 5 to 6 is like putting a miasma, the mystifying miasma, the 0 shadow on the enemy. Same thing with the initiative. They will strike first, although without rerolls. So we will definitely see those on a table. Perhaps they won't play in a builds when you have like 3 units of Drake Riders, because this is just a chariot with a movement of 8. So possibly
too slow.
Yeah, too slow. Okay, and the rare section. There was a leaked photo of an High Elf army, and it included those set Phoenix Riders. So there are in the rare section. There are called Frost God and Blaze God, which is essentially a Phoenix God mounted on a Phoenix, and its Phoenix is can be from the ice origin or from fire origin.
Is it still unbreakable?
No, it's not. That would be...
Yeah, it would be ridiculous.
That would be ridiculous. So about those 2 units, they are priced really funny because the Frost Phoenix is significantly cheaper than the Fire Phoenix, and in my opinion at least, the Frost Phoenix is significantly better than the Fire Phoenix. But I don't know.
The Frost Phoenix is hotter.
Yeah. Something about that. Okay, so what are the rules? They have actually the same stats. 3 attacks, strength 5. The top has 1 attack with lance with strength 4. Armor save on 2+, not on 1+. And the difference is in the special rules. The Fire Phoenixes, the Blaze Guard, has this special rule like the Kadai burning. Like every model in base contact at the beginning of the close combat phase takes a flaming attack strength 4 hit.
Out of it.
Out of it, yeah.
Quite nice.
Yeah, quite nice. While this is actually very useful when it comes to fighting units with regeneration, because, for example, if you put your Drake Riders into the same combat, and Drakes have 1 point of initiative more than Phoenixes, and it's possible that they will wound the model with regeneration with their automatic attack, and well, it's some kind of a hidden utility. And the Frost God, it has a very unique special rule. It's so unique that I don't know how much money they had to pay the person who had to thought up those rules. It has the same rules as Screamer. When you pass over a unit, you bring 1 strength 5 hit per model. It's like they crystallize ice, and they crystallize air, and air falls in form of ice, and this ice hurts those units.
They are drinking something.
Yeah, they were okay.
Too strong.
Yeah, and they are like extra cheap. There are 48 points per model. Those Frost Phoenix with fast cavalry rule, which gives them Vanguard.
Yeah.
So they are a skirmish unit of flying cavalry.
So the second obviously broken unit.
Yes, I think so. And in the rare choice, there is also a singular Star Dragon. It has its own restriction of 0-1. The Star Dragon has the same statistics as Star Dragon. It can be it has two upgrades available. First of them is Arcane Armor. It improves the armor save of Star Dragon by 1 point, so it's not 3+ but 2+. Yes.
Oh. It combines with Skull Skin, yes?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And this is a very reasonable upgrade because it costs 20 points.
Yeah, but the workshop frequently makes such upgrades price silly because it's like a regeneration of Chimera. You have to buy it.
This is a same level of silliness, I think, with this upgrade. It's like I don't even think about not taking this upgrade when I decide to bring Star Dragon to the roster. The Star Dragon itself is
like with a Chimera.
Yeah.
The same thing with Chimera. You cannot take a Chimera without a regeneration.
Like if you lack 15 points in a Warriors of Chaos roster, you either drop something and take this Chimera with regeneration, or you either don't take the Chimera at all.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this is a Star Dragon for 320 points, 20 points bonus for this Arcane Armor, and there is I don't know how much utility it gets, because you can buy this Star Dragon a magic level, only a magic level 1, for 65 points.
I don't know. Maybe you have there will be some combo with some signature spell, but I don't think it would hit the table. It would be probably like with the mentioned Chimera, like the poisoned attacks. It's nice, but you won't have those points in the list.
I can think only of one utility of buying a Star Dragon magic level for 65 points. You can give him Lore of Life, and you can cast a signature spell, which is regeneration, on him.
Yeah, and he could heal himself. It would be a nice combo. I thought about the Love of Beast to make him a bigger monster than he is.
Yes. I hadn't thought of that. This will actually be a nice combination. Yeah. Oh, and there is of course an unwanted child, as in every army book. In this army book, the unwanted child is an extreme chariot, the third kind of chariot in the High Elf army, pulled by eagles, with a bolt thrower on them, with strength 5 and ballistic skill of 4.
Why do you need a bolt thrower with strength 5?
It can move and shoot, right? But anyways, it's ballistic skill 4, and it's still a chariot. And of course, the two old choices in the rare sections are the same. The repeater bolt thrower, which is unfortunately still 100 points, and Great Eagle.
As long as the Games Workshop is, the repeater bolt thrower would be 100 points.
And the Great Eagle is 50 points. Okay, so this would be a breakdown of all the core section, special section, and rare section. Now let's go to the heroes section. Heroes section has 3 choices: a mage, a noble, and a warrior mage. Now the mage stays the same. Nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, like a high elf mage. It's like
a standard high elf mage, 5 points cheaper because he doesn't have the always strike first. And we have a noble. Noble is still the same. The difference is in the magic section, but we'll go to it in just a minute.
Yeah.
And the warrior mage. It says, I think it's some attempt to save a dragon mage.
Yeah.
Like redefining the concept and coming with something relatively new. The warrior mage, this is actually interesting, can be mounted on a drake. This is the same from the special section. The wingless drake.
Dragon mage.
Yeah.
Before.
But noble can't. So the only option for a noble is still a horse. So we'll get to this warrior match in a minute, because in the rare section we have a prince, an archmage, and warrior archmage.
Yeah, I heard about him. He's great.
The warrior mage from a hero section has 2 attacks. The warrior mage from the Lord section has 3 attacks. A decent stats like 6 weapon skill, strength 4, toughness 3 of course obviously, but
Reasonable.
yes, they can have an armor, they can take armor, they can take weapons as prince or hero, so they can take great weapon, halberd, and additional.
Just like a warrior and a mage in a one choice, yes?
Yes, warrior and a mage, which costs slightly higher than the respective mage or archmage.
Like Lothar and Sigurd.
Yes.
Combination of two and one hit table.
Yes, but this combination is actually very, very decent and playable. Because they gave them, the warrior mages, they gave them a very nice set of rules. First of all, they choose 2 lores of magic.
2?
Yes. From one lore, you decide at the beginning of the battle. From one of those lores, you take only the signature spell. And from the second lore, you just roll, like normally randomized.
And to what level is he?
He can be level 4. So there is actually no downside in taking him instead of Archmage. Now,
just the points.
Sorry?
Just the points.
Yes, just the points. What is like...
So you can have 3 spells from one lore and 1 spell from a second lore. Like a Grey Seal.
Yes, kinda like that. Kinda like that.
Nice. I can see few nasty combos.
Yes, and they have also an additional ability which we can buy for them. It's called Magic Break. Great name.
Break?
Yes, Break. He breaks magic because he's a warrior mage who breaks magic. Okay, the rule name is silly, but it has a very ingenious and new mechanics in the game.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the magic phase, so before, after all your previous augments end, and before you can place on yourself any other augments.
And after the dice generation, yeah?
Yes, after the dice generation. You choose one enemy character which has a magic level within 18 inches, and the warrior mage attacks him with all that he has.
It sounds really broken.
It does. It does. I won't deny it. So,
I think it would be restricted on ATC level. Magic base plus attacks. Seems nice. Okay. Thank you for this conversation. I have to read the whole rules because now when we are talking I see that I missed a lot of things by only reading through it. Now for the end we will add you the roster that Furion makes. We think it's not an optimal list, but it's some base that the list of High Elves could evolve around.
yes.
We don't want to make the certain suggestions about restrictions because we think it's way too fast to restrict things. There are things that are broken, but maybe we should play test it a bit and check what really needs restrictions and what is only a bit broken and is acceptable.
Yes, yes, definitely. As you said, the army will be playtested. We will gather results from players and from communities, and we'll work from here. So, although we see many things in this army book as strong, we don't see anything that needs like immediate cut. Like maybe even a roster with 2 warrior mages is playable. We'll have to see that, right? It's hard to judge.
Yes, we will have to check if it's not broken, but I think it's worth playtesting because it may seem that it's not as good as we think.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so this would be all in this preview of High Elves. So in relation to the ETC restrictions, we advise to not impose any restrictions on High Elves this early on. Let's wait like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Let's playtest it. Let's make it reasonable, but after playtest.
Yeah, let's at least wait until the book is out, right? That's the common courtesy, I guess.
Okay, thank you for your attention and have this rest of Eastern happy and enjoy it with your family.
Okay, So bye.